Hey guys, a lot of you watched Boston yesterday. It was the 125th running of the Boston Marathon. I wanted to share something with you guys, and it goes back to Ephesians 3:20 as I get ready to step up to the start line of this 100-mile race on Saturday. In 2016, I was 6 weeks out from Boston. It was going to be my third Boston Marathon, and I developed peroneal tendonitis. So if you guys know anything about tendonitis, it literally takes 6 weeks to heal. But in 6 weeks, I would have lost all endurance, okay? I'd already had my ticket spot. It was going to be a graduation gift for my son who was graduating that year. It was going to be a great trip. But there was no sense in going, obviously, right, if I couldn't run. By the grace of God, I had some really good mentors. Jackie Chen told me to, and another girl told me about, they introduced aqua running to me, and I prepared for the Boston Marathon for 6 weeks in the pool. And just as Jackie said, you can heal, but when you step up to the start line, it's going to be extremely painful because you will have done no pounding in 6 weeks. And she said, I remember her saying to me, Melissa, you have to ask yourself now before you go through all this, before you endure it, will it be worth the pain? And I said, yes, absolutely. And long story short, by the grace of God, I was able to go to Boston. I stepped up to the start line, not knowing what to expect, kind of like so many people in the Bible. Daniel in the lion's den, Moses when he stepped up to wait for the Lord to work when he parted the waters, Gideon with the 300 men. My point is this, is God is the God of taking underdogs and people with the chips are down that people wouldn't even bet $1 on, and just doing exceedingly abundantly wonderful things by his strength. And he does this, I am fully assured of this, because it's when the chips are down like this that his strength shows, that it's by his strength that, and people cannot say she did it or he did it. It's without a doubt by God. I was just listening to Make Way Through the Water. That song just says, that God can do exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever ask for. It goes back to Ephesians 3:20, guys. Go back and read it. But I was able to finish Boston that year. It's crazy. It was the hardest. It was painful. It was hard. But you know what? I finished it in 5:43, and the Lord sent a guy along the way. He was also injured, and we talked, and we had the best conversation. He was a guy from Japan. We stayed in touch, but at the finish line, I looked at him and I said, thank you so much for hanging with me and helping me get through this. And I said, you were an answered prayer. And he looked at me and he said, I too am a believer. And we hugged, and that was all God. Finished 17 minutes under cutoff. So I'm going into this race with some aches and pains, as is normal, just like with Katie, but I'm trusting God. Win, lose, or draw, Romans 8:28 tells me he works all things for my good and for his glory. To God be the glory for this and all good things. Happy Wednesday, guys. And remember, if you're the underdog, smile, because this is the time for God to shine in your life. He does exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever ask or imagine through his strength that is at work within us. Happy Wednesday.